What's good, everybody? It's your boy Apollyon. Welcome. I want to preface this video just by saying that I will have the timestamps in the description so no one has to waste their time. The first half of this is going to be aimed more towards the newer people that haven't seen my streams, aren't following me on Twitch, or haven't even been a part of like my old throwback YouTube channel. The second half is going to be more for the people that are following me from Twitch or from the throwback YouTube channel. This channel is going to have a lot of unhinged content. I tend to have issues with putting a muzzle on my mouth sometimes, so expect some out-of-pocket things to be said here. Just a real brief, quick rundown on some of my interests, just for a quick introduction. Obviously, I love all games, board games, video games, tabletop games, pretty much all games. Mythology, I'm very into. I do like paranormal type of videos and content. And then honestly, outside of that, I'm into anime and, of course, Jesus Christ. My favorite types of games are the decision-making based games. So I've played every Telltale game. I've played every Dark Pictures anthology game. Of course, I played Detroit. I pretty much played all those types of games, and so as more of those games come out, I'll definitely be playing those pretty much on release if they look really good. Now, this channel is going to be mostly aimed towards long-form content, so my goal is to have a minimum of 20-minute videos with no maximum length. Depending on the games I play, some videos are going to be like super edited, some not so much. So I don't want to keep you guys here forever, so I'm going to get straight into it. Here are some games that I am absolutely going to play 100%. The first one is going to be No, I'm Not a Human. That'll be the very first series or video, depending how fast I can get through that game. And then after that, it's going to be Dispatch. And then after that, we're probably going to go into simulator games. Now, since you guys are newer, you probably don't know, but I do have some medical issues going on with my hand at the moment, which is why these are the very first games that I'm going to be playing. And it's my left hand that's pretty bad, so No, I'm Not a Human is going to be really good for me because it's not very keyboard intensive, so I won't be using my left hand as much. I feel like Dispatch outside of quick time events shouldn't be too bad for me either, so we're going to do that. And then I feel like simulator games are kind of like a step up, but not too much to where it's too intensive. So now for the maybes of the list of games that I might or might not play. This depends on two things. One, obviously, if you guys really want to see it. Two, if my hand is doing good, healing a bit. All depends on that. So for my maybes, I have a list of games that I either have played, not finished, like maybe I played like 30 minutes to an hour of it and then just stopped playing it. Or of course, they're games that I do want to play. I'm just hoping that my hands get better. Also on this list of maybes is games that a lot of people just have nothing but good things to say about that I just never played because they weren't my style of game at the time they came out. And a lot of them are a lot of older games. So a couple that I have on the list here is going to be like Fallout, Baldur's Gate. I've beaten that a lot of times, but I never get tired of it. So Baldur's Gate would obviously be heavily modded because I have to have the mods. The Witcher 3, Ghost of Yotei, Dead Space, maybe Alien. Just more of those free roam single player style types of games. Obviously, most of them are going to be played on a controller, which is why it's going to be heavily dependent on how my hand is doing at the time that I try to play them. I actually do have a question for those kinds of games, if I do end up playing those. For games like Ghost of Yotei, would you want to see me play main missions and side missions? Do you want to see all the cutscenes? Do you want me to skip through them? Just leave a comment down below and let me know. That way I can be prepared for that, and when I record it, I know what to edit, what not to edit out. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm a main story type of player. I never do side missions. So if you guys want to see me play the side missions and all that, just let me know. Another maybe, and it's a big maybe, is Sims 4. Now I have that mods loaded to the max, and they're not all safe for work. So if I were to do a Sims video, it would probably be heavily blurred out. And so I don't know how much content I can actually get out with all the blurs that'll probably be happening. But if it's something you guys want to see, just comment that as well. Now, the only hard no that I have at the moment is just horror games. The Resident Evils are cool. I could probably do those, but I mean like your Devours. I'm not even going to list them. Just basically the games with a lot of jump scares, or honestly any jump scares, I can't do at the moment. That's pretty much going to be it. Just one last thing for the newer people. If you think of any games that you want to see me play, just go ahead and comment those down below as well. So if you're new, you could stop watching here, or you can keep going. It's going to be a lot of the same stuff I'm going to be saying. There might be some extra stuff that I didn't say strictly to you guys in the beginning of the video, but it's pretty much going to be the same stuff. So if you guys are going to stop here, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Now this part's for everyone that's followed me either from Twitch or from my older YouTube channel. Hi everybody. Kind of weird spending most of my content creation journey behind a VTuber. So we're gonna be moving here. No more VTuber, at least for the channel. Most of you guys already know, but I am having those issues with my hand. I am able to move my left hand a little bit more than when the issue started. But I think one of the specialists said because of how long my hand was not moving, it's gonna take a while to just get the muscles back and just use it normally. So that is the main reason for the switch. Will I ever go back to Twitch? That all depends on my hands. If you guys followed me from Twitch, you know I'm really into multiplayer games. It's pretty much all I play. With this channel, it's obviously going to be a little different. Expect mostly single player games. If you guys followed me and you're here, I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much. Just for even watching the video. If you decide to subscribe and just stick with me through the journey, I love you even more. If you followed and you didn't watch the beginning, because obviously that was for the newer people, the very first video that I'm going to be making, it's going to be on a game called No, I'm Not Human. The reason I'm starting off with that game is because it's not keyboard intensive. So my left hand, which is the really bad one, I won't be using it a lot in this video game, which is great. Perfect. But it's also a decision-making game, which is what I love. So that's a plus. And then with my right hand, you know, I only have about 60-80% function with it. However, all I'm doing is moving a mouse and clicking, which isn't really moving the hand anyway. So outside of my pauses that I'm going to be taking that you guys won't be seeing, should be fine. The next game I'm going to play after No, I'm Not a Human is going to be Dispatch. I'll explain it when I make the video, and then after that I'm probably going to move into simulator games. Basically just try to work my left hand up slowly and surely. Just see where my limit is and just see what kind of games I could play. And then once I get more and more function, I'll be playing more single player intensive games for my left hand. Usually ones intensive to the left hand are needing a controller, like Ghost of Yotei, maybe Fallout, maybe Witcher 3. I have that on PC though, so that one will be super left hand intensive. Just expect content to drop a little slower starting out, just because, like I said, of my left hand. As I start to get more and more function with my hands, start to be able to use them more, I'll probably be able to pop these babies out like every week or every couple days. I know one thing that a lot of people wanted me to stream when I was on Twitch was The Sims. Obviously with The Sims, you guys already know, a lot of mods, a lot of not safe for work. Obviously on Twitch, I couldn't stream that. On YouTube, I'd probably be able to, but there'd be a lot of blurs, a lot of blocking out content and some of the notifications that you get on the top. But if you guys still want to see that content, let me know. If you guys have any suggestions for any games, any point and click games, any low intensity games, games that don't take much keyboard using, just drop those down in the comments below. And then of course, you know, the VTuber is gone as far as the actual videos go. However, he's still going to be around. I'm going to be using him for artwork, introduction screens, ending scenes. I'm not even going to say VTuber anymore. The OC is very, very close to me. I had started on it when I started my drawing journey, and I just got really, really deep into that hole for so many years. I obviously don't do it anymore. My dominant hand, I can't write let alone draw with. So, however, I spent a lot of time, you know, creating stories, and not just for me, I made some OCs of my friends as well. So just that universe in itself is very close, very important to me. So we'll still be seeing them around, just, you know, not in a VTuber sense, be more of a OC sense now. Which means you're gonna have to get used to seeing this ugly face. So that's pretty much gonna do it. I wanna start off by thanking anyone that watched the entire video. So if you were newer and watched the second half, or if you followed me here and watched the first half, thank you so much just for watching the entire video. It really means a lot to me. Just know you guys will get favoritism from here on out. And then of course, any of the followers that came from the other platforms that I was on, I thank you guys so much too. I mean, you guys could just have just stayed on Twitch and just waited for me to come back, but you guys following me here just really means a lot, truly. I have huge plans for the channel. I'm just really hoping that my hands get better and hoping they could come back to being 100%. But yeah, so starting out, the schedule's gonna be a little out of whack. I explained why already. So if you guys could do me one more huge favor, just hit the like, subscribe button, and the notification bell, because like I said, it's gonna be a little out of whack to start out. And I truly do hope that I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace!